Hello everyone, welcome to Standard 5 Mathematics taught by me, Shipra Goyal. The topic for today is Geometry, and that's the chapter 6 of your book. The contents that we are going to study in this chapter are angles. We'll learn to measure the angles. We'll learn how to measure the reflex angle, types of angles, drawing angles with the protractor, drawing reflex angles, solid shapes and their nets. Different views of solid shapes. The introduction to the chapter starts with a very beautiful drawing which is in front of you. This drawing has few circles, few triangles, few other shapes, a little bit of small triangle, oval, then small triangles and small circles, then stick lines. So this art form is known as a very special art form of Maharashtra and Gujarat. This art form is known as Warli art. These were the paintings which were made by the tribal people who were living in Maharashtra and Gujarat. They used the simple geometrical figures like circles and triangles to make beautiful figures in the art forms as you can see them. Now, you might be wondering why I am talking about art in math. Art is completely related to math when it comes to geometry. We are going to learn how to make angles in this chapter. For making angles, we need to recall few steps, few points which are here in front of you. The first part is point. A point is an exact location in space or a flat surface. Then comes a line. A line has two arrows. A line is a collection of points that continues forever in both the directions. These arrows represent that it is extendable in these directions. So two arrows means it is extendable in both the directions. So it continues forever. Now a line segment. A line segment is a part of a line with two endpoints. This has a particular measure. It is ending. It's ending with 2 points. Now we come to a ray. A ray extends from one point and extends in one direction forever. It has one end point and on one side it keeps on extending forever. Now let us know the basic thing about what is an angle. An angle is formed when two rays meet at a point. The rays are called the arms of the angle. The meeting point of the two rays is called the vertex. An angle is always named with a capital letter. For example, this is angle AOB. Angle AOB is named or represented by this symbol of angle and then AOB, where the arms start from this side and the vertex is in the center. The nomenclature of an angle has the vertex always in the center. O is called the vertex of the angle. OA and OB are two rays which meet at the common point O to form the angle AOB. Now what is an angle again? Two rays that share the same endpoint from an angle. The point where the rays intersect is known as vertex and the two rays are known as arms or the sides of the angle. But where do we see these angles, right? This question is always there in the mind. We can see angles when your gate is opening a gate, closing a gate. You can see angles in that place. Then when you are standing perpendicular to the ground, that is you are standing straight on the ground, you form a particular angle with the ground. You are tilted a little bit, you form a particular angle with the ground. When you are tilted a little more, you form another angle. When you sleep on the ground, with the ground you form another angle. So this is the place where you see angles every day. In mathematics, if two rays start from the same point, the figure so formed is known as an angle. So such figures which can start from a common point, that's the vertex, two rays start from the vertex, we get an angle there. An angle can be looking like this, can look like this, can look like this, this or this. An angle can have any measure. We are going to learn about the measures also. Before that, let us learn about what all angles can you see in this figure. You have to name those angles. A name of the angle starts with a capital letter, then a symbol, then the vertex should be in between. You can see that the vertex is P. And the angle is, first angle that you can see here is AEB. So this becomes the first angle. BEC becomes the second angle. CED becomes the third angle. Now can you find another angle? I can find few more angles. Now see here, AEC, this is another angle when we exclude the ray B from here. Then the angle BED when we exclude the ray EC. BED. Now if you can see, if you exclude this as well as this, you get an angle AED. So how many angles do we get here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 angles. Let us write their names. All the possible angles in this figure are angle AEB, angle BEC, angle CED, angle AEC, then angle BED, then angle AED. If you name them in the reverse order, BEA, it's the same as AEB. Angle BEA is same as AEB. So you can name from the any side of the ray. Any ray can be the starting point of the angle, but remember the vertex should always be in between the two endpoints of the rays. In your notebook, draw any 4 objects which show angles. The drawing has to be done by you. I am going to show only 2 objects and you have to draw 4 objects. This is the first object, that is a pair of scissors. Then the second one is a chair. You can observe the angle. Over here there is an angle. Over here there is an angle. In a chair the angle is over here. The angle is over here. The angle is over here. This side. Then this also makes an angle. Here also we have an angle. There are many places where we have angles. So now you can look at angle in your notebook also. Open your textbook and there is an angle there also. The walls also make an angle with each other. You standing on the ground is also an angle. So let me see what all you can draw. You can tell me about the things that you find having angles in the comment section below. Name all the angles in the following letter. Now which is the letter here? It's M. The angles which are coming up in this side, I'll represent over here. The letter M has 3 angles. First angle is PQR, where Q is the vertex. The second angle is QRS, where R is the vertex. The third angle is RST, where S is the vertex. So angle PQR, angle QRS and angle RST are 3 angles which are formed in this letter. You can have many more letters which have the angles. Only the curved letters like S, O will not have any angle. Now how do we measure an angle? The measure of an angle is done by a special device known as a protractor. This is known as a protractor, which you can see in a yellow figure over here. Angle is usually measured in unit called degrees. A degree is called 1 by 1/80th part of the unfolded angle. That indicates 1 degree. Degree of angle is measured by a protractor, as I told you. Degree measure of an angle is a number that indicates how many times it contains a unit of degree measurement. Now, starting from 0 from over here, it ends till 170 and here comes 180. So a degree is 1 upon 1/80th part. 1 degree is 1 upon 1/80th part. Each line represents 1 degree. So wherever your angle falls, those many degrees are there. There is a point to be noticed here that starting from this side 0, we end up with 180 over here. Another place is over here where 0 is inside and the inner D is also there, which ends at 180 on this side. So you have to be very careful while using these D's. That is the protractor, because it is a D in shape, so it is also known as a D. Now we are going to learn about how many types of angles are there. There are 6 types of angles. The first one being the acute angle, then the right angle, obtuse angle, fourth being the straight angle, then fifth reflex angle, and then the complete angle. One by one we are going to discover about them in the next coming slides. An acute angle. An acute angle is an angle which measures between 0 and 90, which is more than 0 but less than 90. It is known as an acute angle. You can see, for example, angle AOB is measuring 60 degree, which is less than 90. So it is an acute angle. Such figures are acute angles like these: 18 degree, 45 degree, 33 degree, 88 degree, 22.5 degree, 7 degree. These all are acute angles. An acute angle, remember that it measures between 0 and 90 degree. Coming to the right angle, an angle whose measure is 90 degree is called a right angle. Now POQ measures 90 degree, so it is a right angle. Right angle is an angle which measures 90 degree exact. It may look straight like this or it may look like this, but when you will measure it, it will be 90 degree only. And right angle can be in this form also. So here it is a right angle. Obtuse angle. An angle whose measure is more than 90 but less than 180. It is known as an obtuse angle. For example, angle PQR measures 120 degree, which is more than 90 but less than 180 degree. It is known as an obtuse angle. Angles shown below are all obtuse angle. 135 degree, 93 degree, 174 degree, 157 degree, 110 degree, 117.8 degree. They measure between 90 and 180 degree, so they are known as obtuse angles. Now, the simplest form of angle is a straight angle whose measure is 180 degree and it's just basically a straight line. A line which is extendable in both direction, but the center point of the angle is over here. So, this kind of an angle BOD which measures 180 degree is known as a straight angle. Not required to show any more angles because a straight angle will always look like a straight line. It can be a line vertically also. It can be a vertical line also. Now the next topic is complete angle. An angle that measures 360 degree is known as a complete angle. Complete angle is denoted by full rotation of a clock. It is starting from here, it moves from this side to this side to this side and it ends over here. So this 360 degree is full rotation. So given angle here measures 360 degree, it's a complete angle. Coming to the reflex angle, an angle whose measure is more than 180 degree but less than 360 degree is known as a reflex angle. Angle which is marked from this side, RQP, or you can say PQR, but from which side? This side. We are not looking at this side of the angle. This is more than 180 and less than 360 degrees, so it is an reflex angle which lies between 180 and 360 degree. Here PQR measures 225 degree, so it is a reflex angle. Another form of reflex angle is an angle which is PQR over here. Starting from here and ending till here, it's a 335 degree measure. So it's a reflex angle more than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. It represents the largest amount of rotation. Here is a beautiful activity done by one student of mine which represents all the angles using ice cream sticks and paper. Now this represents an acute angle, this represents a right angle, this an obtuse angle, this is a straight angle, this is a reflex angle, and this is a complete angle. Now this paper shows from which side are we measuring the angle. I would like to highlight over here, which is very important for you all to understand, that if the reflex angle will be studied from this side, then it is not a reflex angle, it is an obtuse angle, as you can see. But because we are studying it from this side, it is a reflex angle. Now this is an obtuse angle, but if you study it from this side, it will be a reflex angle. So it depends on the side from which you are reading an angle. So that's why it's very important to mark the angle. Marking of the angle is done using a curve, a simple curve having an arrow. Even if you mark it without an arrow, it's correct. This is the way how we mark the angle. So this paper represents how the marking of these angles should be done. You all can perform this activity at your places. Now I have used this clock to represent how angles are formed in our everyday life in clock. Where can you see and when can you see an angle in a clock? Now see, an acute angle. If we talk about an acute angle can be seen in a clock when the hour hand is at 3 and the minute hand is at 3:05 or 3:10, that is 1 and 3. When the hour hand and minute hand are like this. Then we talk about an obtuse angle. When is it obtuse? When one hand is on 3 and the other hand is at 11 or 10. Then this is an obtuse angle. When is it a right angle? It's a right angle when it is at 12 and it is 3 o'clock. When is it a reflex angle? When is it a reflex angle? Reflex angle is when your hour hand is at 3 and the minute hand is at 7, or you can say 8. So from this side it's a reflex angle. Then when is it a complete angle? Complete angle is when it is 3:15. When both the hands coincide, or when it is 12 o'clock, 12 midnight, 12 noon, when both the hands coincide. Now we are left with one more angle. Which is it? Acute, obtuse, right, reflex, complete and straight angle. When is it a straight angle? When it is at 3 and when it is at 9. When the other hand is at 9, then we get a straight angle. So this is how you can see the clock every day making angles. Now which angle is represented here? If you clearly observe it, this angle is an obtuse angle. Now let us meet for the measurement of angles in the next class, in the next video. If you have any doubts relating to this video, you can please text me in the comment box given below. Thank you for watching the video. Bye bye.